really do think I broke my toe. I am pretty devastated by it.
Welcome back to the Basically Nomads bus. I'm Devin, and with my wife Bree, pup Archie, and cat Tillo, we've been traveling the US in our self-converted school bus for the past 3 years. But we're currently in the middle of one of our biggest road trips ever, trying to get to the very last blockbuster in the known universe. So far on this trip, we've been to Tucson, San Diego, Los Angeles, and Solvang. This week though, we're gonna be stopping at Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Parks. We're gonna show you exactly why those are two of our favorite national parks that we've ever been to. I genuinely mean that. And as you can already tell, not everything goes as you'd expect, but that's bus life, baby. This is where I think things get a lot more exciting for us. I have really loved these towns, but I think we're really ready to get away from the cities for a minute and just kind of take a deep breath. So we made it to our third fill up. It's getting more and more expensive as we go north. It's gonna be the most expensive trip that we've done so far. It's actually total. Now that we have even less money, let's get back on the road. I think the thing that I want to get through to you guys in this video is this is not all rainbows and sunshine. There are so many ups and downs in bus life, and I'm sure van life and all that, but these are the battles that we choose to fight. These are the battles that we want to fight. Instead of fighting being in an office and, I don't know, maintaining a home, we choose these battles. It's no better or worse, I guess, but these are just the ones that we are willing to fight. While we're visiting Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, we'll be staying at Horse Creek Campground, which is just 23 minutes from the Foothills Visitor Center of Sequoia National Park. It's only $20 a night, but it doesn't come with electricity. And you'll also need to go to the fill station if you need water. But still, a place this beautiful is more than worth that. Yeah, apparently that wasn't covered up not that long ago. And that's because of all the snow melts. It's working its way into summer. All the snow is melting off the mountains and filling this place up.
So we woke up to head to Sequoia National Park. I really do think I broke my toe. The ladder fell on my toe last night, and I am pretty devastated by it. I'm in a lot of pain. So it literally is still bleeding. It hasn't stopped. And I'm just really frustrated. This is the start of our California trip, just because we've been looking forward to checking out these national parks for a long time now. And I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't hike anywhere. Can't even walk.
Just like that could be the end of our trip. We decided to go to an urgent care to find out that she suffered an open fracture on her big toe when the collapsible ladder fell on it. The good news is the doctor said that she could still hike on it, that she really can't do much damage and it's already been done. So fitted with a sweet new boot, crutches, and of course some pain meds, we're gonna give Sequoia one more shot. This is Sequoia National Park, take 2. I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is awe-inspiring.
Incredible. This makes my day a little better. Besides this thing.
So our first stop was one of the many beautiful overlooks before you even really get into the park. Our first hike though is going to be the General Sherman Tree Trail, which is home to the largest tree in the world. Want your crutches? The good thing is this hike is only a mile round trip, half mile in, half mile out. Although even just a mile hike can be pretty difficult when you just broke your toe. But Bree is handling it like an absolute champ. And after just a short half mile hike, we were greeted by the biggest tree in the world. It's like another Grand Canyon situation where it's literally too big.
Yeah, it's just our brains can't comprehend it.
Sequoia National Park has been by far one of our favorite national parks we've been to. We literally just feel like children again, with these trees towering above us. It feels like you're taking a step back into prehistoric times. But it also feels so much more close and interactive than some other park. Here you get to be inside the trees, you get to touch the trees, you get to walk among the giant forests. Just look at that. Seriously, this is mind-blowing. Everyone should come here for sure. You should come here. So there are 2 more things we want to see here at Sequoia National Park before we head to Kings Canyon. One of those is Tunnel Log, which I know most of you have seen at least some rendition of cars driving through these huge sequoia trees. And the other is Moro Rock. What do you think, Bree? You gonna attempt it with your bum foot?
Yes. I don't want to miss out.
Look away now if you're squeamish. The Moro Rock hike is a 1-mile round trip, but it's comprised of 350 steps that are basically straight up. It also starts at an elevation above 6,000 feet, so don't be surprised if you find yourself pretty winded.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the elevation change.
If you're scared of heights, you might want to sit this one out.
Almost the top. Very, very, I'd say easy hike. I mean, sure, it's like straight up, but it's so short. Yeah, I love that. Lightning strike.
Sequoia National Park had so much more in store than we could have possibly expected. But the journey's not over yet, because tomorrow we're exploring Kings Canyon National Park. The trip continues today because we are heading into Kings Canyon National Park. We're just going to be doing some short hikes because Bree broke her foot, so that's still going to play into a lot of the things we do. The good thing is there are a lot of small hikes that have huge payoffs in Kings Canyon. Let's hit the road. The first thing we're going to see in Kings Canyon is Grizzly Falls. But the real beauty of Kings Canyon starts way before your first stop, because the Kings Canyon Scenic Byway is one of the most beautiful drives we've ever done. And I know that Bree just has a broken toe, but I do think it's pretty amazing that this much beauty can be explored and experienced by everyone, even if you are disabled, or if your body doesn't work like it used to. These national parks are for all of us. Okay, so we've technically arrived at our first stop here at Kings Canyon. It's gonna be Grizzly Falls picnic area. I mean, literally, we just parked. I can already see the waterfall from here. Grizzly Falls is one of several beautiful waterfalls in the park that require very short walks to get to experience them. Another popular and maybe even more impressive waterfall is the Roaring River Falls. This is another super short hike with a massive payoff. Bree, you said you're gonna get in, right? Yeah? I'll wait for you at the bottom.
Okay.
It'd say like less than a quarter mile. Really, really easy and accessible hike. Waterfalls are always great, but we still have a lot more to see. Our next hike is going to be Zumwalt Meadows. It's a really small hike, like 0.3 miles. And I think what we're going to do instead is the 1.5 mile trail, which is like a little loop.
That thing is huge. Holy cow, it's literally bigger than your head.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen one so massive.
Look at this. Gives me a new appreciation for Meadows. So this definitely feels way different than Sequoia National Park, especially being surrounded by these gigantic canyons. Beautiful. Like, please, if you can, get out here. Come explore this stuff. Come see it. And if you can't, well, then keep hanging out with us, because this is what we're gonna do, and we want to take you along for the ride. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm having trouble filming because every step that we take on this one trail looks like a Bob Ross painting.
Repowering through with your broken toe. You don't want to see a bear out here.
Yes, I do.
I'll have to kill it for you.
I'll have to kill it with my bare hands.
Oh my god.
Next up, I think we're gonna go see a giant stump.
Oh my gosh. Show you the true scale of these stumps. Go in there.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Hello?
It's huge. It's just huge. What the heck?
So our last stop in Kings Canyon National Park is gonna be the Mark Twain stump. I didn't know though when we were walking in here we were gonna be seeing a whole bunch of sequoia tree stumps. This is absolutely insane. They're huge, they're massive. And I can't believe those trees might have been 1,000 years old and they were chopped down for material. And then they found out that they can't use them for building material because they're just not the right structure. So they just cut them down for no reason. And finally, the Mark Twain stump. This thing is legendarily large. And really, it's kind of sad that they cut this down. The reason that they cut it down was so that they could display a cross section of it at the Natural History Museum in New York. This stump is 16 feet in diameter and was cut down in 1891. Well, I could jog. I could jog on a tree stump. I could literally like do laps, like no problem. Really glad that we ended up coming here because that truly is mind-blowing. On our hike back, we found one last little gem called Castle Tree.
This is like every girl or boy's dream if you grew up like climbing trees or like love tree houses.
This is a built-in tree
I
house.
practically lived in a tree when I was a kid.
Never stop being a kid. If you don't think that's cool, you're a loser. And that's it. That's all of Kings Canyon. So we will see you back at the
Bus.
What a good boy. Next week, we're going to be visiting what we think might be one of the most overrated national parks in America. Tune in next week to find out what it is.
I haven't done anything in a while, so I'm pretty sore.